motion to begin the meeting. Need someone to move a motion to begin the meeting. Okay, Doreen, thank you. And Kathy. Yeah, I'll read the land acknowledgement. Penetanguishene Public Library Board would like to make an acknowledgement that the land on which we meet is the traditional unceded territory of the Anishinaabe and Ottawa and Ojibwa and Algonquin and of the Huron-Wendat people. The Library Board is aware that the Métis also lived and settled on the land on which the library now resides. This is an acknowledgement that you are aware this meeting is being recorded, and by continuing your participation in this meeting, you understand that you are being recorded, and this video may be accessed for viewing by others. I need a motion to accept the agenda as presented.
So I need to add some, so we're going to also be talking about the railings and the parking lot.
So C and D,
yeah,
or just C?
C and D, yeah, railings, and then D would be parking lot.
Okay. Okay, I have a motion to, or I need someone to move a motion to accept the agenda as amended. Jill, thank you. Seconder?
Yep.
Dan. Are there any declaration of conflict of interest or duty? Hearing none. No deputations. Business arising. A, lower level drawings, development and construction quotes.
Okay. So as you can see on the screen, this is the new drawing that was brought to us. The gentleman was here. He started to make changes right away. I explained to him the board's wishes that we wanted open concept downstairs. We didn't want a closed off room. Due to safety issues, his actual words were, it's a solid no. And that it had to be a closed room. It does not have to be fire rated, however, because it's not a industrial kitchen, and it will still be up to code. It's just a warming kitchen, similar to churches or things like that. That you know, you can bake, you can warm, but you can't fry anything with grease or anything. So that's a solid no. So we would have to have proper procedures in place, and we would have to have signs stating those facts when people rent the meeting room, conference room.
So like no deep fryers or things
Nope.
like that? Yeah.
You can have a microwave, you can have a crock pot,
You can have an air fryer?
you can have an air fryer, but you cannot have anything that is involving grease of any extreme. Yeah. Yep.
Why did you say that the walls had to be there? Why does it have to be a closed room?
Because of safety issues. So if you have somebody walking down there, kids, an adult even, might be mischievous, whatever, or not thinking about it, might go up to a stove, might put something on and forget about it and just walk away, or just want to do it for fun, play around with the stove or something. It becomes a big health and safety issue. So he said it was a no.
That's his opinion.
He's talking codes and stuff, so he's been doing that for a long time. So I did say, well, the board wants open concept, and he said it doesn't matter. No, you can't do that.
And that's fine, but the same problem becomes then nobody could ever go downstairs if the kitchen is left the way that drawing is.
Unsupervised. Yeah.
Right? Anytime a child went down there or an adult, we'd have to have staff at all times because the kitchen is left open.
You mean for in this room? If the doors are shut and locked, nobody has business in there.
There's no access to it because of the hallway.
Yeah, they don't have access to that room. This is all, so there's this door.
So I can't go down these stairs, open the door and hang a right and get to the kitchen.
If the door's locked.
No, it's locked.
With door.
This is gonna be a wall. This is a wall with a door. That's gonna be locked, and these are locked. These are the doors to underneath the stairs
Yeah.
for storage. These are the doors to get downstairs. But this room here is completely enclosed, and the doors are kept locked unless it is rented or there's a program. And if there's a program going on down there, there's always a staff member supervising and seeing that program through.
But aren't we putting them into more of a health and safety unit? Because if I have to look after 12 kids at a program, but I gotta make sure that they're not hanging out at the kitchen. So my suggestion as earlier would be, forget the middle doors, make that into one room and close the kitchen off. Would be much more desirable, easier.
I like the idea of closing the kitchen off too, because then it becomes a feature that is separate from a meeting room, right? You don't always necessarily need access to a kitchen.
And just from a perspective of serving food or preparing food to serve for health unit inspection, to keep it clean and sanitized,
Yeah.
so that it's not part of, you know, people moving around and furniture and whatnot and disturbing what you've just sort of disinfected the kitchen for
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, it also cuts down on some noise when there's somebody prepping something in the kitchen.
True.
Yep.
And there might be something else going on.
It's just
in
not a
the-
place
in
you
the
want
room.
people to be.
No.
Right, really, yeah, or have
Right.
access to.
If I've rented the
Yeah.
room and I've rented the kitchen, then I'm responsible for it. If I've rented the room and not the kitchen, I don't want it left open so
Yep.
that my guests can go do something stupid in there and then I'm responsible again.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right. Or things
eliminate
get
all
broken.
those walls and doors and
So
just
you want
make
this
a-
open concept, but we're gonna close off the kitchen
Yeah.
Correct, with
Okay.
pass-through.
with a
I
pass.
think the
Yeah.
idea of
Yeah.
a pass-through works very well
Okay.
at most locations.
Sorry, Linda. I mean,
Sure.
until
No,
we
but-
actually, no,
No,
until,
this is
but
why
until-
we
no, but
have
until
these
we actually see
meetings.
it.
Yeah, and that's why we
So we
bring
see
it
it.
to
Yeah.
you. It's
Yeah.
not, I can't make
Oh, no,
those
no.
decisions.
Yeah.
This is why it's brought to you guys.
Mhm.
And he can make drawings, so now I will contact him tomorrow and say, okay, so they've decided they want this to be open concept, both ends.
Mhm.
Yes, both
Mhm.
ends.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna close off the kitchen
Mhm.
Mhm.
with a
an
pass-through.
entrance door and a pass-through.
So you want an entrance here and an entrance here, or just one entrance
One.
to the
Probably
kitchen?
one.
Just one. Okay, I'm just, because I want to be
Very
clear.
similar, the ones that seem to work well, both of them at Brian Orser Hall are like that.
But there's two pass-throughs there. It's like a drive-through service there. So I want to be clear.
Well, yeah,
The
one is
Legion
like-
one's got better ideas.
one's,
Yes.
like a
Legion
little-
It's a
very-
closed-in kitchen with one
One
door.
door,
I
one
want to
door,
be
open up the-
specific
Yeah.
when we
Yeah.
give the instruction,
St.
right?
Anne's is like that too, is it not, Doreen?
Pardon me?
St. Anne's.
St. Anne's is
Oh,
like
yeah,
that,
okay.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
like that.
Presbyterian church is like that too.
See, with Brian Orser, you have that little servery, that the bar
Yeah.
kind of part, but and that's all, you know, really closed off a little too much in that.
Tiny, but it's
So,
Tiny, yeah.
so we're gonna close it off with the door being in here. Take away the island, because the island will have to go around somewhere here. And then we'll have to reconfigure that space, right?
So there.
This is a floating island on wheels.
Yeah, because.
He just put it there to show,
But it's
Right.
just a picture.
yeah, there's no hydro going to it, nothing like that. It's
How
just,
big of a kitchen do we require?
well, that's,
That
Right.
would be his next thing.
Mhm.
How
You don't-
big do we want that?
I'm a big person. I'm not a skinny person. And if I'm taking something out of the oven, I don't want to be rubbing.
Oh, no,
I'm just,
My
But if
kitchen's
I'm
20 feet
renting-
long,
Yeah.
it's-
well, right? So I think maybe we need to kind of
Well,
discuss
we'll
that.
need to,
So,
that's the first question the architect will answer,
Yeah.
ask,
yeah,
is how big is it?
Needs
You
to be
might-
functional.
You
Yeah.
might need
Yeah.
a bit of an island or another extra workstation.
But
kind
if you're
of
gonna
thing.
wrap
around, you can do cabinets on the.
Well, if you're gonna do
So we-
cabinets on the other
we would
side.
Mhm.
Basically need to know, does it
Eliminate
tell
the
us
island
what this
outside.
measurement is here?
we should-
Like, to me, that wall should be over this way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
the cupboards turn over here and you put a fridge over here.
Yeah,
And then you could still have a small
Well, you could, what you could do is, I mean, with a counter, you could have it, like, you don't have to have all covered, all lower covered.
You can have a
and you can have
peekaboo.
that- well,
Yeah,
and you can
kinda
have
thing.
that-
That's what we
You can have that island that would slide in under the counter, so you've still got a
Do
floating
we,
island.
do we want, I'm just trying to get
That's a
clear
finish.
on the
Yeah.
image here. So I know you're saying a peekaboo, so are we talking, cupboards on top? Just so that you don't have, you know, it is just a true peekaboo. I call it a peekaboo, but you know, cupboards on top, countertop, counter on the bottom, so that it's like you can see it, but there's still a wall kind of partition
Well,
there.
is
or-
that
What pass-through is.
And when pass through, I thought you were talking on,
Would come this way, towards the hallway.
towards the hallway.
So
yeah.
right here is the pass-through, right?
Oh,
Where
okay.
my arrow is?
Yeah, they
Okay.
do, like,
Right?
that'd be the
That would be
door
the
and the
door.
Door
Or
and
the
pass through
pass-through.
there.
Okay, so
So
that's where
that-
we're closing off the
Where
wall.
that dotted line is now, that's gonna be one solid wall,
Yes.
which would
And then the
accommodate
door-
cupboards, working area and stuff.
Yeah.
We just need to figure out how far that distance is.
Yeah,
And I can't,
because then you're.
So
Are we not gonna
ideally,
scale?
what would be a good size kitchen? So you're a chef, right?
I actually am a kitchen designer by trade.
Oh,
my
so
You guys are all going.
so you'll be visiting me a lot.
Yeah, design
As
the
he
kitchen.
said, it's up to you to design your kitchen. And I
Yeah.
said,
Okay.
okay. So
Yeah.
can we have your input then?
To me, if you're going to make a wall,
Yes.
are we completely scrapping serving out? Because I know everybody has that window, the sliding window.
Yeah.
I would put one on that wall.
Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Where we said
And
the
then
peek-
do a U-shaped cabinets in that room.
Mhm.
So it would go under
you
the
draw it?
peekaboo.
Okay, so if we have our wall here, for example,
Yeah.
right here, right? Let's say, just hypothetically
Yeah.
speaking, the wall's going here. It
Yeah.
might be closer to the island.
Yeah.
But just to give an example.
I would do lower cabinets on that wall we're building.
Okay, and then upper,
I wouldn't do
No.
upper, I would do that peekaboo.
the sliding
yeah.
window, so that if somebody wants to put trays there
Yeah.
or pass food.
Well, do it
I
with
I like that.
something that raises
Yeah,
up.
Like it-
Yeah,
Not,
like at a
like a
cafe or
garage
something.
door.
Like
Yeah.
a garage door. at the
Okay.
end.
Not
Yeah.
sliding doors. You take away.
You lose
some of
half
the-
of
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ones they
Right.
have at the cafes and things,
Yeah.
yeah.
So do you have something like that at the, I'm just,
We
because
do.
of codes? Okay,
We do,
so it'd
yeah.
be slide ups,
Yeah.
slide ups.
Yeah.
We have it locks too, like
Yeah.
it.
Lockable, okay,
lockable
Yeah.
one,
okay.
Yeah,
And then basically everything
Just so you
that's
I
know,
know
there.
nothing
buy
about
You
kitchens,
buy
I
them
just
off the
cook in
shelf.
one.
yeah.
They're not hard to find or get.
No.
Okay,
Before you get too far in the kitchen stuff, I know we talked about downstairs about moving your internet stuff. It's about $1,500 to move that.
the tower?
Yep.
We'd have to rewire.
No, you wouldn't. Because it all comes down into a box, and then from there, there's separate wires that go down to your servers.
But
All you
some
need-
come from there and some come from here, they come from
And
all
they
over.
all go into that one box. So all you need to do is replace those 6-foot wires with whatever you want, a 20-foot wire, 10-foot wire, and you just move
Just
it over,
relocate.
and it gives you that much more room. And that, so you're looking at about
But,
maximum $300 worth of wires, and $1,000 for somebody to do it would be pretty good money.
so we'd have to have the county, so we're not at liberty for that. That's not a us thing, that's a county thing. So I don't know what, they charge quite a bit an hour, last invoice I got from them. So they would have to move that. That's the only.
They gotta move it
Thing.
anyway, so.
You get 2 or 3
So
hours.
if you guys want that moved, then that's huge. I'd have to contact them. They'll have to contact their wiring people or
Send
whatever.
somebody over to do it.
I don't know what the price would be,
Because
honestly.
it would give you, right now, your
Yeah.
server's here.
Yeah.
You could move it over to here, and that gives you that much more room.
So we need to still access that room though. So we
Yeah.
need,
Need
and
somebody
storage,
to-
storage for our bins, you know, those big ugly bins. That I hate. Anyway, they were gonna go in this room here.
See, we could
out of
back it
the
up where
way.
the jog is, see where the kitchen stove is,
Yeah,
right? That could move to where
Like
your
even
pen
if
is
it
right
moved to
now.
here,
That would give
yeah.
you 30 more inches and square the kitchen off.
Or more,
Yeah,
Probably
you'd get
get
3
another
feet
6
there
feet.
at
pretty
least 3
easy.
feet.
I
worth
can't make
asking
out
the
these
question.
numbers, but see, there's a lot of little numbers there and I can't make them out because I'm half blind. So you guys are asking, so that's like 16, if this is correct, they're saying this is 16 feet, right here. He's saying this is 16 feet,
Really?
this
No.
night here.
Oh,
That's
wow.
16 feet, this is 8 feet. Bill, you're saying this is,
I think we'll run downstairs and check that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's very small, but it looks like it's like
That's
Two-
probably close to
2.4
4
feet.
with it.
It's
The
what it
row house
shows
should
here,
be
but
3 feet.
could be
And
7
then there's
too.
another.
No, it's
there's at least
2.4.
another 4.
And then this is 10 feet, right
Like
here.
just in that,
It'd be easier to visualize if we had a look down there.
this little.
Yeah, we
spot
can
there.
do a walkabout downstairs.
And
It's
it gives
about 4
people an
feet
idea of
today.
how
Mhm.
much room
So
you
if we
want
moved
to,
it
How
back
much it
there.
would save by
to get,
moving
to get
it,
stuff
yeah.
out of the
Put
other
the
school.
stove inside.
And how much it would
And I
save
did,
by
yeah,
moving
no.
it.
Oh,
Come
There's
this
not
way.
enough room
The
there.
Oh, in
stove, the stove still has to go where it can be vented. The
Yeah.
farthest it can
Yeah, yeah,
go
move that.
would be
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
yeah, and then make that the.
In this room.
kitchen
That's the
gets
problem,
smaller.
because of the venting.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's only
We can't push it, we can't
Yeah.
push it into here because it can't be, it has to, they have to vent it out here, the stove. That's the only thing.
But that'll just give
They
you
can
more covered
roll
though,
over.
like that's all right.
Storage.
You can
Yeah,
just
but
get
there's
rid
gotta
of
be, the
The
ground level, there's gotta be room to vent it out. That's the thing. So that area there doesn't have it. And that's why that was the furthest he could put the stove, I believe. I mean, I don't know how close he can come to a corner, but, you know, like to the corner here, I'm not sure how close
Well,
with the codes,
I know,
but
but as Dan was saying, if you move that wall back, like in the rough.
The wall.
Yeah.
Then
this
it
wall here,
yeah,
it
well,
comes back.
Yeah,
More
okay, so see
covered.
where you're.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know
You
that
don't
he
think
can
the-
blow
the-
a hole
hole?
out there for venting. There was the ground level he was talking about. I know nothing about that. Here, there's more ground, height, you know, like there's
Yeah, yeah.
more height
Exposure, yeah.
as opposed to here. We'll go downstairs. Let me just
But he
pause
could,
this.
but if you push the wall, I mean, keep the stove where it is. And
need a
you
measuring
just get extra
Yeah.
Cause
coverage.
it's right there at that, it's right where that, yeah, cause that's where the.
Good to go. Wants to give the synopsis. So, okay. Okay, so we're gonna be changing, we're gonna ask the architect to change the design. We're going to be asking him to redraw the kitchen to be a closed kitchen, correct? And then if we're able to move the stove venting a little bit further closer to the corner of that wall, we're okay with that. We'd be okay with moving that wall. And then we would be shortening the span of the internet phone room, if I'm correct. Okay, and then we want a pass-through kitchen. So there would be a counter and facing out the conference room with lockable doors on them that lift up, slide up.
You won't care about that.
No, but just so that this is across the board on the board's decision. Was there anything else?
Well, and then so that wall will be eliminated and the double doors will be
So
eliminated.
that it would make it
Becomes-
somewhat of an open concept, other than the beams that have to stay in place.
Right, and in that internet phone room would, as opposed to having a separate, that'll all be part of the janitor's room.
Correct, and so that would include the fire rating wall of that one wall between the kitchen and the internet room,
Right.
and then where the door would be,
Yeah.
close to the lift,
Right,
Yeah.
close to the elevator.
correct?
Mhm.
Any other changes? Anything else?
Just the internet room now is approximately 9 feet wide and the kitchen is approximately 15 feet wide.
14 to 15, just in that cup, okay? Feet, Now, providing he does all these changes, everything goes well, there's no problems with codes or anything. Is it this board's wish to rubber stamp the drawing, or do I have to have the board chair call another meeting and bring it forth to you and have another discussion to rubber stamp it and approve it? I just want to be clear on
If he does all
everything.
the changes that we discussed downstairs, I would be comfortable.
Okay, the other thing we're removing is the wall and the door at the end of the new staircase.
Correct.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that that was also noted in the minutes.
Maybe you could just email us a copy of the
Okay,
new drawing.
You'll know as soon as he says yes or no.
Yeah.
If there's a big thing.
yeah, if there's discrepancies, we'll obviously have to meet again before we can move forward, right?
Because there's other options to change.
I'm hoping that everything is good and we can just move forward with the new drawing.
So we're just gonna email it out for approval or for?
Yes, providing that everything is up to what we've discussed this evening, the changes,
Are
correct?
we able to get a drawing with better measurements when he sends
With
it?
real measurement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, well, the measurements are there, but they're so minute and it's
Yeah.
hard to expand because then it blurs it out.
Even if he could just put like the dimension of like the kitchen and
Even if you wrote
that
them.
room, yeah.
Okay.
As I said, like,
Yeah.
we have a 9-foot room, then a 15-foot room, that we can
Yeah.
understand.
Okay, so you want it written in the drawing to be more specific?
Either in the drawing where we can blow it up where we can physically see it,
Yeah.
Okay,
or as a notation on the side in big enough font that we can.
Yeah.
okay, that's perfect, because I'm not sure with
Yeah.
drawings if they can do that or not, but I'm sure they can make
But I'm sure they can,
citations.
they can make.
Because they
yeah.
did with the,
Notes added, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they did do that with the electrical and the plumbing
And
one.
he even did that with the wall assembly, although we
Yeah.
hardly
Maybe
Yeah.
remember.
that, our kitchen designer expert.
We have a kitchen designer
Be approached.
on the board.
Okay,
Mhm.
The what?
Lindsay's a kitchen
Yeah, I
designer.
know.
Yeah.
When you said that, I was-
I thought you just baked
It's a secret.
cookies.
No, design them too.
okay, so everybody's good?
Mhm.
Don't need motions because
Fast
Not a
to do first.
that's right, okay? Perfect. All right. So obviously the quote would change a little bit from Ellis Cottage and Care, Home and Care. So,
It would only be cheaper.
Yeah, it might not.
yeah, so
would be cheaper.
I would let them know and yeah, whoever I've already asked and then, yeah.
Is he the only one that's quoted on the walls?
The only one who represented
there you go.
himself.
And he did come and do the other stuff for us downstairs last
Did he?
year.
Yes,
We built that coat room and
he's
The other
very
room and
supportive of
stuff.
the library.
he,
I've asked others
yeah,
several times. And, yes, so
We
that's the only
do.
company that presented themselves. But if you know of anybody else that I haven't called, I'd be more than willing to ask them to submit a quote.
Moving on to East Shop.
Yes, again, I've asked several. Some companies did come and some companies gave us quotes. Some companies came, measured, did not wish to provide us a quote, and some did not come at all. And I've got quite a few. We had Crothers that came, Belange Aluminum, Enhanced Exteriors. The quotes that I received are the ones that I received. Frustrating, but sad, because you meet with people and you leave several messages and unfortunately, maybe it's too big of a job or maybe, I don't know. So, I don't know.
So what was the total on this one? I can't read it.
So which one are we looking at? So this one here is from Belange Aluminum. It was $10,525 plus HST, so it's up here.
Okay,
And then we have one, it was Brothers, I couldn't get it
Yeah, you couldn't.
any better than that.
Yeah.
It was,
So, and then we have one from Brother Brothers, And how do I get it to be smaller? If anybody can, oh. Yeah. So his total,
I think you should have left it blown up. Sorry.
sorry.
Oh, there.
So there it is. So we would have to add those up. And of course, plus the taxes, right? So the only thing was, Dan, sorry, it was the downspouts and the elbows. If we wanted aluminum or steel, that's the only difference. That's why he didn't give us a total, because we needed to decide on that. There is. They're highlighted in yellow. So if you can see on the screen, so downspouts in aluminum would be $12.41 and in steel would be $24.50. He recommended very highly that they be steel because we have a steel roof and they will uphold a lot better than an aluminum in an ice storm or anything like that.
And they do.
Okay, so that being said,
Do we
you're,
need guards?
It has guards on there.
I know, is that important?
because of the trees we have.
Oh, yeah, you'd
Yeah,
be full of leaves.
Yeah. yeah, so,
I
so,
have an expert at ask him.
yeah, I had a lot of questions for him, so, there's not a lot to remove because a lot of it has fallen down. Sorry. I'm laughing at this point because, so before taxes, you're looking at $9,625 for this quote. And then of course, if we add the 13%, that's an additional $1,251.25. So you're looking at, 10,876.25, sorry, yes. And so the difference between the two,
$300.
yeah,
Oh, no. His is.
because his is 10, yeah,
Plus HST.
plus HST. This gentleman here was very, very informative with me. Took his time, explained everything, how things were done. Yeah, so was really nice to deal with this company. So was Belanger. Belanger wasn't as forthcoming with the information, so I was glad to get the quote. So, yeah.
And are both of them not looking at that little rounded?
Neither company has, there's only one company that was able to quote me last year on that. It was a Belanger as well. Was it Pat Belanger?
There's two, they're brothers, they're actual twins.
Yeah, there's one.
Pat, Paul.
Okay, so I think this
Paul
one's
was the one that
Paul.
came.
Pat came last year and his quote was 3,600 because it all has to be
I know, yeah.
section,
It's gotta be.
yeah. And so I did not put that in the capital budget because that was the only company that would quote me that.
And
But
it was 3,600 just for that.
yeah,
one
and
section.
but however, the masonry gentleman is very insistent
You get
that
done.
needs to be done because it's causing a lot of damage to not only the brick, but the cement, the concrete, all of that is forming that
Like there's
that area.
You missed that visit.
So so that's that. So those are the two quotes. I'm not sure. I know we want 3 quotes. I've tried. I did my due diligence, trust me. So I'm not sure what we want to do at this point. They need to be done.
So the guy in Bomb Beach or on Old Fort Road's $1,000 or $900 cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, because one is $10,876.25, and Belanger is $11,893.25.
Could you go back to the Superior one for a minute? Because the other guy did all steel, and I think this one is aluminum.
So are you talking about Belanger? Carruthers is, steel, yes, so his is steel.
Steel leaf trough.
Does it say steel?
Yes,
It
it
has
does.
five
I
inch
believe
stainless
it's steel leaf trough here, and then he.
Steel
and
east
then-
trough,
and then he
the
coated it-
downspouts,
the downspouts.
elbows, he
Alright.
gave us an option on that.
Okay.
But the-
No, 'cause that would have been.
But the
different.
price is with
Yeah.
steel that I gave you, the 10,876.25.
I'm okay with that.
So we need a motion. You need to give me a direction to say. So just so everybody is aware, our capital project on that was $10,000. So $876.25 would be the remainder cost. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, if that's fair enough,
Mhm.
about that funding, and you might be able to give me
Do
an
you
answer
have
on
the
that.
motion?
I do have a
Okay.
motion. So the motion is the Penetanguishene Public Library Board move forward with replacing the eaves trough with Carruthers Brothers exteriors in the amount of $10,876.25,
Including HST.
including
Yes.
HST. Thank you.
And we get our HST back.
We do,
Okay.
which will be $1,251.25.
So.
All in is less than 10 grand.
Yeah,
It's $9,625.
so we're,
Perfect.
yeah,
Okay, I'll move that.
And second?
sure.
Okay, Jill.
Or Bill, you want to second it? You can second it.
Go ahead. It's all the same.
All right,
That's it.
so that
Gary?
one's
We
taken
need to
care.
vote on that.
Yeah. You need to ask for a vote, Madam Chair.
All in favor?
What's our next one?
Railings.
Railings. So, some of our railings have started to crumble and fall, literally fall. So Paul was able to drag the one from the stairs coming down from Fox Street into our parking lot. He's dragged it over here and they can't repair it. We've had several companies come out, look at it. One of the companies, Simco Welding, was very nice to come by and take out the plates that had the rusted parts sticking out, which were a huge safety issue. So we've received some quotes from some companies. So you should have a quote before you from Black Powder Fabricators, which is in Tiny Township. We have Simco Welding Designs, and then we have Georgian Bay Metals. I believe those are the three that presented themselves with
So
quotes.
is that Simco Welding Design? So it's up there?
So this one here, no, it is, yes,
Yes,
Simco
okay.
Welding Design.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
don't have that one because that just came in, right?
That just came in just before this meeting started.
And
So what railings are we doing first?
Oh, this year, just the ones off of Fox Street into the parking lot. You'll see the
Yep.
caution tape there if you parked in the parking lot. So just those two. These ones here, they looked to see if they could repair them. All 5 companies that presented themselves, so we did have 5 companies come. 3 companies have started to give us quotes. I said I needed them for the budget for capital projects. So far, the lowest was 14,000 something, but that's for all 6.
oh, for all of them.
All
Oh,
6, yes.
okay.
But I'm not bringing those to the table today because
So
we don't
just
have the
talking
money.
about that one.
We're just concentrating on that one. So one of them, Georgian Bay Metals, came in at $2,768.50. That's taxes in, the HST. Black powder came in at $1,525.50. And we'll talk about the difference there. And then the third one is this one here. So there's 2 types. One is if they just primed and installed them, they would be $2,400 plus tax, coming in at $2,712. And the ones that would be powder coated and installed, $2,975 plus taxes, which would come out to $3,361.75. Now, the difference, yes, you have a question?
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
Do we need railing on both sides?
Yes, because of the span of the stairs. Yeah, that I was already told by building code. Yeah, I was hoping, trust me.
Well, I just looked at one, right next door, they only have one railing, across the road, they only
know.
have one.
I know.
Is it maybe 'cause
I
of
wouldn't have
commercial?
changed them out, just saying, but because of this happening, we have to. So it's not an option. And the one in the Carnegie building, there's one that's just about down. There's one that's already down. I had not noticed in my defense. But then I realized, wait, there's a plate there. So obviously there was a thing there. So the middle one's starting to come out. So we have to look at those for next year. They're done. They've been there for 32 years. They need replacing. So, so the difference between the two, and Dan, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Two of the companies would make them as one piece with welds in them, obviously. And then the one, black powder, I believe is what it's called, welding and fabricating. I believe they're in, it's this one. I'm gonna show you the picture. It would look like this. So this is what it would look like. That's the one for 1,500 and so on. I mean, for me,
Yeah.
I'm looking at budget. It's functional, it's safe. It's measured up to the height, to the codes.
Is that the one that's 1350 less the
Yes,
HST? Oh,
yes. He is a library supporter, I'm just saying, so
Yeah.
he gave us a really good price.
Okay,
So
well,
We like that.
yeah, that's good.
I liked it a lot when I
Yes,
saw it,
and I
and
like
I
the- and
like
I
the
like the look of the
design,
railing.
I
Yeah.
like the design of it.
Yeah.
And they would eventually, next year when we get these ones done, they would match.
Do you know
Okay.
one of the big differences? When you look at the
Yes.
Trojan Bay metal one,
Yep,
it's painted black lacquer,
yep,
so you keep painting them.
Mm.
This is powder coated.
that's
Powder
right.
coat, you don't have to ever paint.
And that's what he said to me.
Mhm.
You'll
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
touch these.
So
The
you save
difference.
$1,000 and it's, you know.
Yeah.
And
it is a
not just
different
that,
design.
It's a different design.
I don't have to have Paul every year or 2 years be
Yeah.
paint.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
time consuming, right?
No, powder coat's very nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
Janet, have you got a motion for us?
Just one, I only have one
Yes.
question.
Just like these.
Those ones, they don't, there's nothing poking out at the end. Like, do you think that's an issue or no?
No,
You don't have to. We
These
could
ones
have
do.
it-
No, those ones, well, they come, they're rounded.
yes, but these ones are just like that.
Are
These
they?
ones here in the Carnegie, you have an extended.
Oh,
The
okay.
one down there is as well.
And
Yeah, and that one is
goes
all that
down.
got hit by the car.
Okay.
If we want it with a bend on.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
about the bend, I just didn't know if it,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
They would
Is it-
look like this, but if we need to change the ends, he could probably do that, but I like this.
Yeah, I do too, yeah. it's very
I like
attractive.
that,
Simple.
Yeah,
right?
I think it looks better.
aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, but that's.
I hate that design that's out there. No, I'm sorry, I do, because it
not
wasn't,
attractive.
there's no hole, so then what happened was they're full of water.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for the water to go through. It was
Well,
never,
it expands 32 times.
yeah, so, okay, so what is
Yeah,
everybody's?
I think we should go with this
Somebody
one,
needs to make a motion.
Yeah,
to
okay,
Set
Janet?
the price from.
black powder.
So the motion is the Penetanguishene Public Library Board moves forward with the stairway railing replacement with Blackwater Welding and Fabricating in the amount of $1,525.
Black powder,
Black
powder.
Black powder.
Welding and
yeah.
fabrication.
fabrication.
In the amount of $1,525.50, including HST.
Yes.
Oh, it's just over,
Mike Hackett.
12.
Mike Hackett.
Very nice gentleman. Yeah, I didn't have,
It's just that
and he will give us a quote
benefits for all.
for, these ones for the budget. So, Madam Chair. if we
okay,
can have-
we have a motion, I need, someone to move and second the motion, please.
Bill?
Okay, Bill is moving and seconder. Doreen, all in favor?
Thank you.
Harry?
Okay. I'm gonna leave that up. This is no for now. We need to. Okay, so parking lot, it's been on the capital budget for many years now. I finally got a hold of them. And they came. I was so excited. They came today. They came today,
yay.
5 minutes to 2. I was all excited. I said, oh, you've got something for me. So I have the quote in front. The parking lots do not need to be replaced at this point. They are able to do the patch, a seamless patch where that big crack is in the holes. So they can repair it, seal it, paint the lines. The back parking lot can be repaired, sealed, paint the lines for $32.77. $3,277.
G&J or?
JDM, the
Or
only
JDM,
company
same
that
thing.
came.
It's the same two
Friday to
companies. One's the
something.
father and one's the son.
Okay, well, this guy came and I was very happy
Is
because,
it Jody?
yes,
Derek.
yes, yeah.
Derek came today.
Well, Derek, his son came, but the company's owned by Jody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had asked for a budget of 8,000 for both. We're way under budget for capital budget. So maybe the railings, I haven't approached Carrie yet, the treasurer. I will send her an email because this was so late today. I'll send her an email tomorrow asking if it's at all possible, because that is a necessity, that railing, if we can piggyback under that paving, and we would still be way under the
Yeah, because that's
$8,000.
not a
I'm not
budget
gonna
issue.
say, they don't care.
They don't care.
And then the
We have
rest of the
$8,000 in the
eaves troughs,
budget.
8,000, the eaves troughs, the $876 would piggyback under that.
And the HST.
And the
brings all that-
HST,
brings all
And
that.
the town would still be under for capital budget
Yeah.
for us.
Okay,
So is everybody good with that?
yes,
And this can be done in the next couple of weeks.
go for it. Wonderful.
Are we good with that?
Okay,
Perfect.
Well, you got them? Yeah.
Yes.
3277?
2 years.
yes,
Okay.
that's what I wrote down.
$3,277, yeah.
Okay, so, motion is the Penetanguishene Public Library Board move forward with patching and repairing the main and rear parking lot with JDM paving in the amount of $3,277, including HST.
And we should be good.
And it's the lining as well, right?
Yes, the lines as well.
Okay,
And
so
we should be good for quite some time with that.
Okay, could I have someone to move that motion and to second it, please? Bill and Jill.
Thank
Bill and
you.
Jill.
That's funny.
All in favor?
Gary,
Sounds like you're having a.
Party.
that just sounded funny.
Fucking do.
Is that two?
Well, that's it. The drawings, I'll get on that first thing tomorrow morning. There's Timbits for anybody if they want some. I got Timbits when I got myself a coffee. What's that?
A sandhill for the beach.
I know my granddaughter, right? As soon as I saw it, I said, I want the bucket, but I'll bring the Timbits for the board members. So yeah, so everybody's good, for this meeting. I guess when we have some quotes, Madam Chair, we'll have to maybe follow the direction of the facility committee to, call a board meeting for approvals. So
We'll know when
those,
the architect makes his decision.
Yeah,
If
those
he's
might
fine
go a
with
little
everything, we're
quicker.
good. If not, give us a shout.
okay, perfect.
Figure it out.
All right.
Motion
So
to-
we don't have any other meetings to book at this point then? We're all good?
No.
All the other committees are set? I'm sorry, did you have?
No, I think we're good.
Okay,
Okay, motion to adjourn at 19:23.
perfect.
Can you?